Hey, Christy.
Yeah.
Why do fungi have to pay double bus fares?
Why do fungi have to pay double bus fares? Because there is much room for improvement.
Because they take up too much room. I knew you would get it. Good for you. Hi, I'm Edith.
And I'm Christy, and we're backyard gardeners from Colorado.
And neighbors.
And friends.
And we love sharing our gardens with you.
We're not experts. We just learned a lot about gardening from the mistakes we made along the way.
So welcome to Upside Down Tulips, a summer episode.
A fun podcast that celebrates gardening gone wrong.
It's summer, and we're here to make your zucchini feel huge.
Upside Down Tulips.
Hello, gardeners.
And wannabe gardeners.
And people who like surprises.
And experiments.
Because that's what we're talking about today.
And I have some mistakes.
Oh,
of course I
we
do.
have mistakes. Do you like surprises, Edith?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead, tell that joke.
What joke?
The janitor.
Oh, the one where the janitor. What did the janitor say when you caught him in his closet?
Yeah. What did he say?
Supplies. I think that one. So bad.
I had to get that in. I just did.
I had somebody once give me a surprise party once.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised I started to cry. And everybody got like really worried because here I was just kind of standing there like
having a
crying.
breakdown.
Yeah, crying. And I actually had a really good time, but mainly I was kind of worried like because it was at my house. Like, is my house clean? Like,
oh my
all these
gosh.
people in my house, and why is there?
Oh, that's so Christy of you.
Oh, so good to be back here.
Yes,
to be talking about our
been
garden.
a season, right?
Yes.
It's been a season since I saw you in this room.
And folks, if you're out there, maybe you're in the garden right now as you're listening to us. Maybe you're weeding. Maybe you're harvesting a little bit because it's summer.
Wearing
maybe
a sun hat, I hope, in the heat.
Yeah. Oh, yes. But really, it hasn't been. It's been hot other places in the country.
Oh my gosh, so hot. Let's not make anybody jealous.
But it hasn't really been that hot here in
We
Denver.
cannot complain.
We
just can't.
It's bips into the 90s a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a dry heat.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had rain.
That's what they said to Joan of Arc, as they were burning her. Don't worry, it's a dry heat.
And she went, okay, thanks. I feel much better now. But we've had rain, though, too, and that's been nice.
It has been nice. What has it done to your garden? Give us some updates.
Well, one thing it's done to my garden is that I've had a lot of earwigs. Have you had a lot of earwigs?
So many. So many.
And, folks, those are these little, I don't know how to describe them, but they have like little pincers on them.
Yeah, and in their head, they have these pincers, and they have a lot of legs, right?
Yes.
And they slither. They literally slither.
And they're actually kind of a mixed bag if they're good or bad for your garden.
I don't know.
Because some people think they're pollinators.
Are they?
But some other people will say, well, they also can, they like material that's been decayed, but if that's not around, they'll chew on your plants.
Oh, that's interesting. That might be what I've had some chewing going on. I look, I don't see aphids. I never know what it is. It might be those guys.
Because a Japanese beetle has a very distinct chewing pattern.
You can tell. Oh, you can tell.
It turns things into lace.
Yeah.
Like a little doily.
Yeah, exactly. You know where I have seen so many of those earwigs is in the milkweed. Inside. Oh. You know what I haven't seen near the milkweed at all? Monarch butterflies. Not even one.
I rarely see a monarch butterfly in my yard.
I used to see them. I know I did.
I don't think I've seen one in years. I see a lot of painted ladies, which look like little monarch butterflies, and I see those yellow swallowtails.
Well, this has not been a great butterfly year, not in my yard. And I have so many flowers. I don't know what's going on. Surprise!
Supplies.
Supplies.
Do you have bees? Do you have a lot of bees in your yard?
Millions of bees. That's the good part. Yeah.
Now, hey, do we have the same mailman, Edith? Because folks, if you don't know, Edith and I live a couple blocks from each other. Is Nathan your mailman?
No.
Oh,
my mailman is Brett.
Oh, okay.
Brett with a very handsome mullet.
Okay, because I trimmed back my Russian sage is just in full bloom and so beautiful, but it's right by the mailbox, and it is just undulating with bees.
Yeah.
And so I cut it back and worried that that might prevent him from delivering my mail because there were so many bees in his way. But I saw him today, and he said he was fine with it.
Good.
So he said, bees usually don't hurt me, and I think as somebody who is in that business,
That's so
come
good.
across all kinds of things. But otherwise, my garden is going really great, Edith. It's been a gorgeous summer. I think the rain has been really super helpful.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff blooming right now. I have purple coneflower, daylilies, daisies, veronica, cosmos, calendula, and my zinnia and my marigolds have started blooming. They just look so beautiful and happy.
Well, that's so good. Let me talk about my veggies because I'm more of a veggie person, as you know. I have been harvesting zucchini for like 2 weeks now.
Can I show you this?
Yeah.
This is my first zucchini of the summer. I just harvested it this morning.
Wow.
And it's a good size, don't you think?
It's like almost a pound.
Yeah, I would say maybe, I don't know, what is this? Maybe it's at a foot?
No.
8 inches?
10.
Okay.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good measuring objects that look like that.
And I could have gotten it out yesterday, but I forgot.
So it's got a little bigger than you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still, it's going to be, I'm excited because this is the first one of the year.
Good.
But you've been harvesting for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I have, at any given time, I've got like 6 of them in all stages of growth.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
That's
really
incredible.
Nice. I've been harvesting beets for weeks. I love beets.
I didn't even plant beets this year.
Oh, man,
I don't know why. I kind of forgot. I have seeds.
Do you know what I planted for the first time ever? I planted Oregon sweet pod peas that you eat the whole thing. You eat
those are the best.
Thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Damn, they were good.
And it's not a bad time of year to replant those type of peas or even beets.
Christy, I've been replant. Every time I pull a beet, I put another seed in.
Oh, is that
You can
smart?
do that all summer long. And speaking of what you can do for the fall, I just planted 2 days ago 3 kinds of peas because I thought, okay, they don't develop into fruit when it's too hot. But I bet the plant will grow.
Yes, of course it will.
Well,
yeah.
I never thought of that. I never had a second crop of peas.
This time of year, and end of July, early August, this is a great time to start thinking about your fall garden. I planted carrots this week. I planted more green beans this
Me too.
week.
I have green beans.
I planted, for some reason, this is kind of stupid. I planted, maybe this is dumb. I planted more cilantro.
Well, that's not dumb.
Okay, I planted more cilantro, and I planted onion for some reason. So that's what I had seeds, and I had a spot for it. I went, well, I'll just throw these in there. But you could also do, soon you could start doing lettuces again, don't you think? A couple weeks?
I am trying it. I mean, this is part of my whole experimentation this year. So I've already planted some, and if it doesn't come up, if they don't show themselves in a week or 10 days, I'll just do it again.
I had to do that with my green beans. Wasn't happening, so I planted it again.
Also, I'm putting the lettuce underneath the peach tree so it gets some shade.
Good. I put mine underneath the sunflowers.
I love that. That makes it look so nice back there. So anyway, my garden is doing really good, I think. I have all kinds of little green tomatoes. Every
tomato plant I have has a greenie on it. I have 6 tomato plants. Mm-hmm. They all have a greenie on it. Good. They're all, I'm knock on wood, the tomato plants look incredible. Not a smidge of disease or sickness on them at all. Are
they heirloom or hybrid?
They're all hybrid.
They're all hybrid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, friends, if you remember that, I moved away from heirloom a couple years ago just because I was getting so much getting so much disease in it that I just had to, I just had to switch over. It doesn't mean it's not organic.
Oh, absolutely.
It just means that
absolutely
some smarter people cross-pollinated them in a lab and took what were their favorite parts of tomatoes.
I did do some research on heirloom versus hybrid veggies, and the heirlooms really are more nutritious in their genetic diversity.
That makes total sense.
Because I have 13 tomato plants, and I think 2 are hybrid. So 11 are heirlooms. I love, I have my favorites.
Yeah.
Anyway, heirloom tomatoes have higher levels of C and of, what do you say? How do you say it? Lycopene. The cancer-fighting
lycopene.
thing. Mm-hmm. And I am proud of myself for putting in 2 hybrids, just in case everything else dies.
Sure. That's right.
I will have my 2 hybrids. Yeah.
You know what I'm most proud of right now in my garden, in my vegetable garden, and you'll have to come out after we're done recording and take a look at it, is I have the most beautiful cabbage plants out there right now, Edith.
Oh, the other day when I was here visiting you, I agree. You have beautiful.
I just cannot wait. But I'm a little scared now, and I want you to come help me out there because, and friends, you may remember this, is that sometimes I have a hard time harvesting because it looks so beautiful in my garden.
Right, but you don't want to wait until you know what can get in there. If they can split, they can get aphids, and they can also get those, with the thing we were just talking about with the pincers.
Yes, earwigs.
They can get earwigs inside. So you really want to get them out of there.
You'll probably look at it, probably tell me I probably should pull, especially if it's going to get hot in the next couple of days. I've got my eye on them. None of them have split yet, but I'm excited. I'm going to make coleslaw, and of course, Edith, I'm going to use your recipe to make sauerkraut. And friends, if you've never had homemade sauerkraut, you don't know what you're missing.
It's a whole different.
Best.
Yeah. Do you have any cauliflower?
I do. In fact, you'll have to wait for me to discuss my cauliflower when we're talking about surprises. I have a big surprise about my cauliflower.
Do you know that cauliflower is just a cabbage with a college education? Do you know who said that?
That was Albert Einstein.
Mark Twain.
Oh, okay.
Albert Einstein. Yeah, because he's all about cabbages and cauliflowers. Yeah.
I started making some gifts already out of my garden, Edith.
Well, you're industrious, I must say.
I had all this arugula that self-seeded, so much arugula all over the place.
Yeah.
And I made arugula pesto.
Oh, good.
So it's like a basil pesto, but instead you use arugula and you cut it with a little bit of spinach. And I think I like it better than basil pesto. So we'll try some afterwards today.
Okay, let's do it. That's a good idea.
I also made oil and vinegar out of my tarragon plant.
Oh.
So I'm going to give them away as gifts.
I don't think I have a tarragon plant, come to think of it.
Well, I'm happy to share some oil and vinegar with you.
But may I just say, the sage you gave me is doing beautifully.
Oh, that's great. I gave Edith I had a little volunteer sage plant that I gave Edith last time we recorded. It's doing well. Oh, good.
Doing really well. Yep.
Did you get another rosemary?
Okay. Supplies, get this.
Oh,
I didn't kill my rosemary last year.
I did.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
For the first time.
Wow.
So I went and I bought another rosemary. Now I have 2.
Oh, that's great.
Well, you know how we say, if there's the tiniest bit of green, leave it alone.
Yeah.
And there was one little stem that had a faint...
Oh, bless its heart.
Bless its heart. And I cut off the really dead woody parts. Mm-hmm. Now I have 2.
That's great.
Isn't that nice?
If it's not dead, it's alive.
You're so what is that, Einstein? Did you get that from Einstein?
No, that was Sylvia Plath, everybody. Sylvia Plath.
Oh, sure. Bring up someone who stuck her head in the oven. What are you doing? This is supposed to be cheerful. I think we should stop now.
Okay. Well, friends, if there are words or terms you don't understand, all you need to do is just go to our website, upsidedowntulips.com, and look up the humorous and sometimes informative Upside Down Tulips Dictionary. And don't forget, we have things on Facebook and Pictionary. You know what I think I'm going to do, Edith? I'm going to post a photo of my beautiful cabbage, and let's have a pun contest.
Okay.
I love a good pun contest.
Who doesn't love good puns?
That's right. So we'll do that. So check out our Facebook, Instagram pages, and we'll be back when we're going to talk about the surprises that we've had in our garden this year. But first,
a pod play.
Yay! All right, folks. Welcome to the Comedy Greenhouse. It's open mic night, and you know what that means? Anything could happen. We've got a new comic up next, so let's give her a big warm welcome. Please give it up for Jess Foxglove, worthy of your applause.
Hey, hey, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah? Okay. Y'all look amazing. So, this is my first time on stage. Please be kind. If I mess up, just imagine you're watching me bend over in my garden. Awkward, but with a lot of potential. That's right. I've been really into gardening lately. Like really into it. It's actually got me thinking, there are a lot of gardeners out there, and some people don't even realize that they are gardeners. So anyway, here are some ways you can tell if you might just be a gardener. If you've ever considered talking to your plants an essential part of your self-care routine, you might be a gardener. Yeah, if you've had more emotional conversations with your tomatoes than with your family, am I right? You suck. Mm-hmm. All right. If you've ever tried to use gardening as an excuse to avoid a hug, like sorry, can't, dirt under the nails, you might be a gardener.
Tell us a joke.
If you've ever heard the word moist and thought, now that's the perfect word to describe my garden soil, say it with me, folks. You might be a gardener.
Get off the stage.
If you've ever made a spreadsheet to track your garden's growth, you might be a gardener.
Actually, I have made a spreadsheet to track my garden's growth.
If you've ever been more excited about your compost bin than your paycheck, you might be a gardener.
I love my compost.
If you get off on the satisfaction of swishing Japanese beetles into soapy water, watching them drown while screaming, die, die, you might be a gardener.
It's funny because it's true.
If you know what Hardy Zone 5 with protection really means, and you like the thrill of it, you might be a gardener.
It means that a plant is generally suitable for growing in USDA Plant Hardiness Zone 5, but may require extra care or protection during the winter months to survive particularly cold temperatures or other harsh conditions. This might involve providing insulation, windbreaks, or other measures to shield the plant from extreme cold or drying winds. Wait a minute. I might be a gardener.
All right, folks. That's my time. Just remember, if you're feeling down, just go talk to your plants. They're not judgmental, and they never tell you to get off the stage.
You make me want to be a better heckler.
Christy,
Yes?
you have a correction to make, don't you?
Yeah, I have a surprise.
What is it?
We don't have things on Pictionary. We have things on Pinterest
Okay, thank
and
you.
Instagram, but not Pictionary.
Although we are researching the possibility of posting things on Pictionary, because we like Pictionary.
There's so many things out there that one could do. Why not do Pictionary?
I agree.
All right, so we're going to talk about things that have happened in our garden this summer that have been a surprise. Gardens are always full of surprises. Things happen and you go, oh, hey, hi, whoa.
Or things you see. You're not going to believe there are two things I saw that I've never seen before. I saw a completely black grasshopper.
Ooh.
Beautiful looking
Wow.
insect.
Wow.
So I Googled it. It was an eastern lubber grasshopper.
And is it native to this part of the country?
I didn't get that
Okay.
far, but I'm thinking no, because it's an eastern lubber grasshopper.
Right, that's why I asked.
Which is a good
Because
question.
we're
I wish
Western, because we're in Colorado.
next time we take a break, maybe I'll Google it and look further into it, or
Okay.
we'll check it out next
Wow,
time.
that's cool. And you just seen the one.
Just the one. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Amazing.
He was beautiful. He was like a ninja grasshopper.
Well, here's what I was going to tell you about my cauliflower. So
Oh.
I got a little seedling from a local nursery cauliflower, and I planted it before I went away to Creede, Colorado to direct a play. So it was gone all month. And I came back, and it's looking great and amazing, but it hadn't had any, hadn't been the what am I trying to say, the flower of the cauliflower?
Yeah.
It hadn't had any of that yet.
Yeah.
And then I woke up one day, and I went out and I looked at it, and it had started to flower, but it was purple.
Oh.
And I had purposely not bought a purple one.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, I don't need anything like that. I just want a regular cauliflower.
Yeah.
So I was a little miffed. But then I harvested it and I roasted it, and it was fantastic. I'm going to get another one next year.
And do you know, was it actually a purple cauliflower?
Must have been. I mean, what I'm thinking is that maybe, you know how it is when you're in the nursery. I think you know this because this happened to you once before when you worked at a nursery, right? Edith?
Yeah, and I made some huge mistakes.
I think it was a nice surprise because it tasted better than a regular cauliflower. It was sweeter. It was fantastic.
Okay, that's a good surprise.
That was a wonderful surprise.
It's a good surprise. I saw the other thing that I saw that I've never seen before. So I'm walking around the backyard, and I noticed in every single cosmos, right in the center, is this beautiful scarlet little beetle wrapped around it.
I've seen those before. They also show up on my daisy.
Okay, well, I thought, isn't that cute? They're sleeping. So I tapped the flower a little, and they didn't move at all. And I'm like, they came here to die. I got all like romantic and gothic about it, you know? And then I Googled it. And what it is, it's a scarlet lily beetle. They can play dead.
Ooh,
so the thing
clever.
is, when I tapped it, it played dead. What they do is they feed on the leaves, stems, and buds of plants. They are not good.
Oh, they're not.
They're not
so
good.
Pretty. They're like Japanese beetles. So pretty.
Yeah. And so charming. But bees do that. I see bees asleep all the time in my cosmos.
Too. So we should try to get rid of those.
Yeah. They're not good.
Oh, okay.
They're
well,
not
thank you.
good. But isn't that funny? So if you see them fall down, they're not dead. They'll just feign death.
Wow. Okay. I always plant sweet potato vine in my annual pots.
Mm-hmm.
I love a sweet potato vine. I just think it's so pretty. I love that sharp green. And I usually put it in, I ever winter my geraniums, and I bring my geraniums out, and I'll plant some petunias and some sweet potato vine, and I have it out on my back patio. It's very pretty. But you know, in the nursery, they're kind of expensive. I mean, it's like for a little 4-inch pot.
Everything has at least doubled. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Every seedling is doubled. Even seeds have just about doubled.
Well, I got one that overwintered, and I didn't realize it at all.
You got a sweet potato plant that overwintered?
Yes.
In your pot?
In my pot. It was up in my attic. It was in the attic. In the attic. And so I had, all of a sudden I see something sharp green, that bright green color coming out next to my salmon color geraniums. And I went, free sweet potato vine, surprise.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, that's really nice.
And actually it looks better than all the other ones I got.
Well, he's a strong one, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
He survived a winter.
Yeah.
With probably
with
nothing.
barely being watered.
You know, I tried to overwinter a red geranium and a citrus one. You know what a citrus geranium is? They have little tiny white flowers, and if you rub them, they smell like lemon and orange. And they keep mosquitoes away.
Oh, nice.
And I thought,
well, you know, that makes sense because citronella is in the geranium family.
See how you are? You didn't even Google that right now. You just knew that. Well, I gotta say, I thought my red geranium, he looked peaked. He looked awful. He now looks absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
I'm glad I gave him a chance. They
'Cause,
also overwintered.
If it's not dead,
don't kill it.
It's alive. Yeah, don't kill it. Yeah. I was turning the compost, and actually, I should be fair. I was not turning the compost.
I was going to say.
Handsome and handy husband
really.
was turning the compost.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so amazing. I just hate that task. And we couldn't have picked a hotter day to do it. I was assisting him. But, it was so hot.
You were standing there going, good, honey. You're doing a good job.
Man,
Thanks,
so awesome.
honey.
And I found a pair of readers in the compost pile.
Oh, that's so funny.
And they were still good. I cleaned them up. You know, they were like
supplies.
It was great.
This was a big surprise because I didn't understand. This was a mistake that turned out to be really good. When I years ago I planted some leek, and then I forgot about it because I think some coneflowers grew in front of it. So for a couple of years, I completely forgot about it. Do you know if you plant leek and don't harvest it for a couple of years, it turns into what they call perpetual leek? It's now a perennial.
I love it.
Isn't that great?
I've overwintered leeks before, and green onions too.
Well, the thing is,
now it just keeps coming.
I harvested the leek the other day, and they have the little tiny bulbettes. Is that how bulblet? Bubbles, whatever.
A baby bulb.
The baby bulbs.
Bulblet,
and
bulblet. I like that.
I throw them back in the soil. I take out the big and throw them back in the soil. Always have leek.
That's great.
I love. Yeah, very good for vichyssoise.
Another compost surprise.
A snake.
Oh, we have had a snake.
You have.
Actually, we had 2 dead snakes in our yard on the same day, which is weird. But this was not a snake. It was, I plant my pumpkins, in the compost, in the compost that's mostly done. I'll plant the pumpkins in there every year because that's where I have room for it. But in the turning of all the compost, it activated hundreds of pumpkin seeds. And it kills me to thin things out. So like when the sunflowers just overseed everywhere in the yard, and it just kills me to pull this. And so you know how much I love pumpkins. I love pumpkins so much. I enjoy growing them so much that I pulled out hundreds of.
Did you apologize every time?
No, I did not.
It would have felt better if
probably
you had.
should have.
Yeah,
but you know what?
have.
I have so many pumpkins now, but I couldn't do them all, so I did leave a couple in the other bins. But there's a lot out there. There's going to be a lot of pumpkins.
I have one more surprise. I was so surprised, and this turned out so good. I've never before this summer planted bush peas. Peas that don't need support.
What?
They're fantastic. I don't have enough trellises and stuff.
Yeah, I would love to see what that variety is, Edith.
It is. I happen to have that information.
Oh, thank goodness.
Iona.
And I want to tell folks, she's not Googling this at all.
No, I have it written down. I did my homework right here. It's called Iona Shelling Petite Peas. They are the best peas I have ever tasted.
Nice.
So if you are into peas, try the Iona Shelling Petite Peas.
And how much space do they take up? Because if they're a bush variety.
I planted a whole bunch of them and they didn't. What am I showing you here? Like a yard across?
Yeah.
About a yard by a yard. And I planted a whole bunch. And they're happy. They just mingle, party, do pea things, happily.
And you planted them in the spring?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a nice, that's an awesome surprise.
It was awesome.
Well, my final surprise is kind of about the plant you forget about. And I had a neighbor that had generously given me some beautiful paprika yarrow. It's a yarrow plant, and usually, yarrow is yellow, but this is paprika, and it comes in all these shades of red and pink.
Oh, I love that.
It's
love that.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And I was admiring it in his yard. It was so gorgeous. And he gave me a bunch, and it didn't come back this year at all. And I didn't tell him that. And I'm not worried about it because I don't think he listens to this podcast at all. Because I did say, hey, I have a gardening podcast, and he's a landscape architect and a super really nice guy, but I just don't think it's his thing. So I think I'm safe to say. But guess what?
What?
In another spot of the yard where I had forgotten I had planted it, hidden by a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Hidden by Russian sage, by cosmos, by calendula. There it is. So now I know. Okay.
Oh my gosh! It moved.
It moved.
Did it
Surprise!
It did. These things move.
Yeah, or I might have just planted it.
Oh, you forgot.
I might have forgot that. It was probably more likely.
Oh, okay.
Because it's literally a whole other part of the yard.
Seriously, I have one aster plant with the beautiful purple flowers. And this year I found one single aster, and it is about 2 yards away. I don't know where it came from.
It could have reseeded.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even close to that. I mean, it could have been a bird.
Yes.
It could have been a bird. Okay, that's good.
It could have totally been.
Mystery solved.
Yeah. I had this happen once, too, where I have all these roses, and it's only happened, I think it's only happened a couple years, but all of a sudden there was a different kind of rose blooming there. So I have all these climbing roses that are different variations of pink and red, and then there was a Joseph coat climbing rose.
Of many colors?
Yes.
Is that why they call it Joseph coat?
Exactly. And it starts off by being kind of yellowy, orangey, and then it turns a variety of different colors as it continues to bloom.
That's fascinating.
And every now and then it's there, and then other times it's not. It's weird.
That is weird. The rose fairy came by, planted it for you,
and then took it away.
Supplies.
Surprise. Okay.
Upside Down Tulips is brought to you by Japanese beetles.
Hi, I'm a Japanese beetle, and your garden just isn't complete without me. As a baby grub, I'll wiggle through your soil, slightly aerating it while destroying your grass roots. You're welcome. When I grow up, my shiny green and copper shell sparkles like a jewel in the sun. If you squint, it's almost festive. And I'll turn your grapevine into stylish lace doilies, helping you rethink what really belongs in your garden. And birds, skunks, and raccoons love me. I'm the all-you-can-eat buffet of the local ecosystem.
And I have another benefit of Japanese beetles.
Oh, hi, Edith. Do tell.
Drowning you in soapy water is my favorite form of garden therapy.
No! I'm too pretty to die!
Sorry. It was you or my grapevine, and my roses, and my Virginia creeper, and my raspberries. You, or pretty much my whole garden. You had to go.
Just wait till I learn the backstroke, you clod-hopping dirt farmer.
Rest in peace. And I like clod hopping, by the way. Okay, we have a deeper dive here, don't we, into the black grasshopper mystery.
Do.
Tell us.
Well, our excellent yet enigmatic engineer did some research for us and found out that this grasshopper is definitely from the eastern part of the United States, mostly North Carolina and Florida.
Wow.
So how is it traveling all the way here to Colorado? But that happens.
On a truck.
Well,
on one of those.
That's what happened to Japanese beetles.
Oh my gosh,
they came over on a ship
from Japan
and into New Jersey. What they believe in like the early 1900s on a shipment of irises. That's how they believe it came over to the United States. And of course, in the United States, it's invasive, but the Japanese beetle is not invasive in Japan.
Yes,
because there are birds that know how to eat it.
Okay.
So now we're talking about experiments that we're doing this summer in the garden.
Yep.
Always experimenting, always learning, always trying things.
Yep. And sometimes they live despite our experiments. Sometimes it turns out really good.
Well, I have an update for folks on an experiment I told everybody about in the spring episode.
What's that?
This was, if you remember this, Edith, my experiment between 2 different kinds of romaine lettuce that I was planting.
Okay.
And one is Paris romaine lettuce, which will come up really quick. And then I happen to have another seed packet called Vivian, which is supposed to be slow to bolt. And I planted both kinds and then properly forgot to label them. But I know which one is which.
Because one is bolted and one hasn't?
Yes, exactly.
I love when the information on a seed packet is true.
It's amazing.
I love that. Which I should say, when we're talking about fall gardening, if you read the back of the seed packet, if it does, like for radishes, if it does not say you can plant throughout the summer, then you want to wait a little bit.
Oh.
Because they won't say anything negative, but it'll say, the good ones go, oh, you can plant it every 3 weeks to have continuous supply.
I've done that, planted radishes in the heat of the summer, and all you get is you don't get anything. Maybe you get like a white root,
exactly,
or a pink root, and then you get some fair amount of leaf, and then a flower, and then it just goes straight to flower.
Straight, yeah. And man, that's too bad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you experimenting with, Edith?
Okay, so here's what I'm experimenting with. I bought at the nursery. I bought some Albanian cucumbers without knowing one single thing about them. Okay. Turns out they're not really cucumbers. They're melons.
Ooh.
They're melons, but they taste like a cucumber with a hint of melon. And they're large.
Are they sweet? They have a little sweetness?
No, not really. I mean, you can use them for the... do you like cold cucumber soups?
Oh, sure.
You can use them for that because they have less seeds. Now, this is... I haven't harvested one yet, but they're already suspiciously long. Now on the downside, I had forgotten that I already had planted 4 cucumber plants. So I have 8 now.
Okay.
So you might have some cucumbers coming your way.
Okay. Well, I haven't harvested any cucumbers. They just started to flower.
Me neither.
But Melanie down the street said she harvested a cucumber, and I went, well, good for you.
Melanie's a liar. She's trying to invoke garden envy.
Oh, she probably is. That's right.
Yeah. We love you, Melanie.
She doesn't listen to this either, so we're good.
All right.
Okay, Edith. Speaking of Christy and how much she loves her pumpkins, and
loving her pumpkins.
The past couple years, what I've been planting, I've just been harvesting seeds from my pumpkins from the year before and drying them, and that's what I've used. But this year, I thought I would do something different. In addition,
what?
So I'm having an experiment with a pumpkin called Red Warty Thing.
Oh, I love those things. I see them at the store. They're
so it's a
warty.
bumpy. They're all warty.
Oh, I
and
love that.
Look at it's a deep kind of orange.
That's
deep,
pretty.
Deep orange.
Very pretty.
And so I winter sowed them, and I had 2 that came. I think I planted like maybe 6 or so in my milk jug. 2 popped up, and I put them in with the rest of mine, but I know which ones they are. And I tell you, they are growing the fastest. They're growing bigger than my other
warty ones.
The warty ones. So I'm very excited. And the leaves are huge, like a platter. The leaves are just absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
So I'm really hoping. And so not only are they going to be fun, I think, for Halloween or just to have as decoration, but they're also supposed to be really wonderful for pies, for soup, for,
and
general
they're pretty
consumption.
I like the way they look.
I think they're fun. I'm so excited for them. I can't wait. So hopefully this experiment, when in the fall, hopefully I will have a bunch of red warty things. I also like too. It's a red warty thing. That's the official name of the pumpkin. Isn't that cute?
That is cute. Well, I wasn't actually done with my Albanian cucumber story here.
Hey Edith.
What?
Please, would you continue with your? I didn't know there could be anything.
I don't know. I'm out of the mood now. I don't know.
You had so much already, and yet there's more. There's more Albanian cucumbers to talk about.
Yes.
Well, hang on. I'm just getting ready here. So okay. Hit me.
Okay. So, I'm going to read what I wrote, and I don't really talk like this, folks. I'm reading this. Better yet, unlike cucumbers that start to get watery and weird when they're too large or past their prime picking, Armenian cucumbers keep their texture and flavor even when they're really big, so there's no need to rush to harvest before they get overripe.
Excellent.
And
I have a question, though.
Go ahead.
Is it Albanian cucumbers or Armenian cucumbers?
It's Albanian, but I wrote Armenian, and I don't know why.
Because you told us you were going to read what you wrote.
And I wrote...
And that's what you did.
That is so weird. No, I'm pretty sure it's Albanian. Because didn't they... No, it's Armenian. Everywhere I write, it's Armenian.
You know what's really awesome is that Denise Gentilini, who wrote and composed our theme music, she's Armenian.
Okay.
So she's going to love it.
One time I wrote Albanian, and the 3 other times I wrote Armenian.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. I mean, oh my goodness. Well.
Oh my gourd.
Oh my gourd. Oh my gourd. Well, I think our enigmatic and very competent engineer is Googling to see if it's Armenian or is it Albanian.
He is doing it right now.
Yeah, he's so good.
That's why I keep saying we need to give him a mic. And
he doesn't want a mic. What are we keeping a mic away from him?
Because he's enigmatic.
Oh, see?
And it would go against his brand.
Okay, so can you read that?
Okay, hang on. I'm getting it.
I don't have my glasses.
Ooh, this looks so pretty.
They're beautiful. They're fuzzy.
They have like little ridges.
They're gigantic.
Armenian cucumber.
Not Albanian. Okay. I'm going to cross out Albanian.
And it's interesting because it is long. Like I thought when you said it was a melon, I was thinking like honeydew melon, but like it's
long.
Okay.
It's just a lot fatter than a usual cucumber.
That's interesting.
Okay. Is there more interesting things about it?
Oh, there is an Albanian.
Oh my gosh.
This is complicated. Okay, so that's an Albanian.
Nope, that's not what mine are.
Okay, and then
I don't think so.
This, which looks more like a cucumber, and then where did the Armenian?
You know what? In our winter, this is going to may remain a mystery until I actually harvest
Yeah, you have to
them.
bring one, and we'll post it.
Now, we never said we knew everything, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. That's great. That's good. Okay. All right. So, experiment. Edith. This is so cool because as my experiment, I'm growing Luffa.
Oh my goodness, Luffa.
Now, you may think, folks, you mean like loofah as in the sponge that you shower with?
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying absolutely yes. I didn't know that's where loofah came from, that it's a vegetable. Also similar to cucumbers.
Isn't that interesting?
And
we both went the cucumber route.
I planted actually near my cucumber because I think my problem before was I always planted too much cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought this would be fun to grow. Now, I may have planted it too late, Edith. I planted loofah
What's its lifespan?
I planted it in early June.
Yeah.
And it's 110 days to maturity.
Yikes.
So it's on the edge of whether or not it'll be done because I have to wait for it. I have to have it get big. I have to have it flower. I have to have it fruit. I have to have the fruit grow. And then the fruit will dry out.
On the vine?
It's best on the vine. But if it doesn't, I can always, if I get a frost, I can always pull it.
Sure.
And, keep it on the vine, but like dry it in the garage or something. And then you peel off the outside. And what's left inside is all the fibrous elements that is the loofah sponge.
Well, that's just so interesting. I can't wait to see it.
Well, I think the plant is very pretty. It's growing right now like a cucumber, but very dark green.
Okay.
So it's very, very pretty right now. And it's a bit more frilly than a cucumber, the leaf is. It's a bit more, has a bit more edges and things like that. But so we'll kind of see. And if I started it too late, I'll just do it again next year. And look at this, Edith. I have like 10 seeds. So maybe you'll join me next year.
Maybe I will.
And
as soon as I figure out what kind of cucumbers I'm growing.
Okay. All right. Okay, good.
Oh, you know what? The other thing, I want to remind everybody that if you have tomatoes, remember.
Oh, good. You're talking about tomatoes. Good.
Remember to prune them by the little suckers that grow in the V. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly. You taught me this.
Yeah, I'm just reminding everybody. But what I didn't know was that cucumbers do the same thing. And you can also,
that makes sense.
I just watched a YouTube thing on it yesterday, and you should also prune them from the cucumbers.
That makes total sense.
It makes total sense.
That's why I've had such a problem. I haven't had good cucumbers in years.
If you have too many leaves and not enough cukes,
yeah,
that's because they need to be pruned.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard this also then, that in terms of tomatoes, that you should get the suckers on indeterminate.
Yeah.
But if it's a determinate tomato, you should leave the suckers on.
I did not know that. I never grow determinate.
It's when it's usually ready all at once.
Right.
Like, we're going to be ready now. We're determined to be ready now.
Yeah.
And then an indeterminate tomato is like, I don't know, I'm just going to give you a bunch of tomatoes all the time and whatever I want to because I'm indeterminate.
That's way more my style.
Well, speaking of tomatoes, I have 2 experiments.
Yeah.
Of course, I have Romas. I've got a cherry. I always get I love Super Fantastic. That's my new favorite variety. But I have 2 new varieties I'm doing this year.
What?
Early Girl 2.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Nope. Early Girl Plus.
Oh, okay.
Which is just like an Early Girl. It's a hybrid, but it's known for being more disease resistant.
Good.
So maybe that's why I'm doing so great this year.
Good.
But it gives you a lot of early tomatoes. And then I also got a Champion 2, which is like the Champion tomato. And this is a slicer. This is going to be a big, beefy, this is a BLT tomato. But also good for sauce and for canning.
Oh, that's good when they're good for all the things.
But will be a little bit more disease resistant than the regular old Champion hybrid.
Well, very good.
We'll see how they turn out. Experiments.
Excellent.
Do you have any more experiments, Edith?
I'm growing Oxheart tomatoes for the first time.
Ooh,
they are beautiful looking.
Is it deep color? I'm assuming
very, very deep color. And what's that dog with the big wrinkled face?
Yes, the wrinkle faced dog.
The wrinkle faced dog.
Yes,
that's
those
what
are
they
so
look
cute.
like.
Oh,
that's what they look like.
Really?
They look like they're all wrinkled. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe your wrinkle faced dog tomatoes will come and hang out with my red warty things.
We'll have a corner just for them. Bring them around.
Well, in October we'll talk about to see how all these experiments turned out.
Yeah, and we'll know things maybe more in a more firm way,
sure,
than we do right now.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Surprise, Edith.
What is it?
Do you know what time it is?
What is it? What could it be?
It's mailbag time.
Ring, ring.
Because the postman always rings twice.
I have a letter all the way from Mexico.
Ooh, international.
An international letter. Thank goodness, the president didn't put a tariff on it. So,
right. Oh no, there is a tariff on it, Edith. So before you go, $500.
Okay. I shouldn't have said anything. All right. So this is my friend Jane, and Jane and John live in Mexico. So, dear Edith and Christy, John, my husband, had a band called Lothar and the Hand People and was living in New York in 1965 to 1970. Somebody that they knew rented some land out in the country and paid the farmer next door to plow an acre. They never raised vegetables before, and an acre sounded manageable.
Ooh,
they planted a bunch of carrots and zucchini and lettuce, the usual. They planted a lot of zucchini. When the zucchini came in, they had so much they loaded it in this old van they had. They completely filled the van with boxes and bags and loose zucchini and came into New York to give it to everyone that they knew. The first time they did it, everyone was like, oh, that is so nice. Second time is, oh, okay. And the third time it was kind of wearing thin already, which didn't stop them. The fourth time they didn't pack the van very well and they were short on boxes. So many of the zucchini, some of them huge, were stacked on the floor and on the back seat. In the city, they had to slam on the brakes at an intersection. Everything in the van came flying forward. No. Broken bags, loose zucchini, collapsed boxes. John and his friend were pushed up against the windshield with zucchini completely surrounding them. On the floor, on the seat, on their laps, behind their backs. They needed help to get out of the van.
They needed the iron jaws of life
to get
out with all that zucchini. They must have been bruised up too.
Can you imagine?
The zucchini, like even just this one that I harvested maybe a day or two too late, is like it's heavy.
Well, for not only that, but first-time gardeners, can you imagine how large they let an acre of zucchini get?
Yes.
I thought, hey, this is great. This is so big.
I once had a zucchini that was over 4 feet.
Oh, no.
I forgot. I mean, it just didn't. You know how they're sneaky.
They are sneaky.
And they can get way back there.
They're
because
so sneaky.
I'm 5 feet tall, and it was, and when I put it, it was up to my shoulder.
I wish there was a picture.
It was up to my shoulder.
Well, I want to thank Jane for sending this in. That's a great story.
I think that is an amazing story. Thank you, Jane, so much. And friends, if you have funny garden stories, or advice for us or questions for us, will you please write us and be like Jane?
Yeah, everyone should be like Jane. You can do this at upsidedowntulips@gmail.com, or they could go, we have a website, it's right next to our dictionary.
Right. Upsidedowntulips.com.
There you go.
Nice. And maybe the postman will ring twice for you.
We hope so. Suddenly, we're hearing the strings, celestial strings. I don't mean like ropes of string. I mean like, the instruments. Tender, new agey. That's how we know. It's time for Christy's inspiration.
Because we've had so much rain lately, I thought this would be applicable. God made rainy days so gardeners could get the housework done. By the most prolific quotation of them all, Anonymous.
That's a good one, Christy. That's a good one. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening. We are Edith Weiss and Christy Munter-Larson.
We want to give a big shout out to everybody who's a member of our garden party who supports us. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you.
And what about Denise Gentilini, who composes and performs the Upside Down Tulips theme song?
If you want more, go to denisegentilini.com, or you can find that link at upsidedowntulips.com.
Hey, thank you over there, our excellent yet enigmatic engineer. Thank you.
And join us in the fall for a new episode about gardening that will delight and amaze you.
Now, never forget, if you make a mistake,
your garden will forgive you.
Upside down tulips.
I have friends that say things to me like, hey, Edith, if you make a mistake, your garden will forgive you.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that cute?
I love that.